Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to stop by. My name's HelloGoodGame, and I have a new Magic the Gathering Arena Standard Best of One deck to showcase for all of you. Decepticons is a Transformers-themed Dimir mid-range build that looks to focus on stacking up a number of artifacts, as well as free casting them to do so, allowing us to capitalize on, of course, affinity for artifacts as kind of our core mechanic if we had to choose one. Having so much fun with this archetype as of late. We did a mono blue version in our last video. Check that out. The core remains the same. So if you can play that one, you'll probably be able to play this one. And we also have an Autobots variant coming out in the next following few days here. So take a look at that when it comes your way as well. And that's going to be an Azorius version with the different Gearhulk. And again, does remain very similar and true to its core. Building around the Neuron Hacker is a 0/2 with 1 mana. When you draw a card, first or second each turn, put an ingenuity counter on this creature, and then you can tap it to cast an artifact equal to or less than the number of ingenuity counters that the Neuron Hacker has at instant speed, right? So that basically gives all of our artifacts flash, which is good enough in itself to run, and then, basically doubling our mana output as well through those draws is, oh my lord, this is kind of crazy stuff. We're utilizing the Leyline Axe to take advantage of affinity for artifacts as well. This is going to enter in for free. If it doesn't, then you can free cast it later with the Hacker, right? And where we like to play that is with the Emissary Escort for 2, a 0/4, getting +X/+0, where X is the greatest mana value of other artifacts you control. This works good with the Axe if it enters, but is also very, very good with the affinity for artifacts, as this is a 7-drop, this is a 5-drop, so this is going to be a fatty for us, and we can obviously give it double strike quite easily, as well as the +1/+1 and trample. Let's not forget about that. That's pretty big here for us. And then it's more of the same, right? So we have the Labship in deck. This can station creatures, which is really good with the Navigator. That's going to allow us to kind of cycle through and loot our deck to find the appropriate cards, getting rid of, the shuffler at large here. The draw algorithms can be brutal. We're going to just, draw cards as we will. And this is really nice because the Labship can push up your other artifacts and even help your Escort. So it's +2 or 2/2 base power toughness, but your Escort is a 0. So it adds to it, which is great when you are double striking, right? And then the Labship, if you get it to 9, it's going to be a 4/4 with Flying and Vigilance, which is actually very easy to do, not hard whatsoever. And, we have a lot of removal in the deck that black allows us. The Grim Bauble as an artifact, -2/2 to creature. The Tithing Blade will just have them sacrifice a creature, which is pretty decent. You can craft this for 5 into the Sculpture to gain 1, and they'll lose 1, which, is pretty decent in some of those control matches. And, of course, the Demonic Junker that can destroy a creature of your choice as a 4/3 vehicle that you can crew for as little as 2, which, again, works great with the Navigator, because whenever it becomes tapped, you're going to draw and discard. And then the Mechanic, as an alternative draw engine for us, you can tap it as a 2/3 for 3 with Vigilance to put +1 counters on all of our artifacts and vehicles, and then you can pay 2 to remove 2 counters to draw a card, which is very easy to do for us in the deck. And the 2 copies of Gearhulk here, as well as a 4/4 with lifelink and ward 1. I would run 4, but I just don't have the wild cards. Not enough likes on the video to get it, unfortunately. But if you have 4, definitely throw them in there. Run 4, because it's a good part of the deck. The lifelink is really nice. Looking at their hand to maybe get rid of a field wipe is also really nice, because in this version we're not running protection. In the last we were, because we didn't have a lot of removal, and if we're not removing, we need to aggress, and we have to protect from our opponent's removal on that aggression, right? So here we're kind of playing the middle ground where we have enough removal to sustain us from their aggression, so we're not really protecting from their field wipes. We'll just build up again and get after it a second time, right? So that's kind of the deck, how we're going to play it. I do hope you enjoy. Decklist is in the description below. Make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you're interested, we have the second channel rolling as well, Hello Good Trades. Stop by, leave a subscription there, help us get monetized. But most importantly, have a magical day, kick back, relax, and the Decepticons roll out. Going first, keeping 7, I like the hand. Paying 2 life for the ship. Emissaries in on 2, or straight to Navigator. Oh. Navigator. Keeping the untapped land doesn't seem like a bad idea. I'm gonna throw the God Core. Don't want to play slow against like an aggro deck, right? Sheltered by Ghosts? Could it be? The best card in history. Pretty much. Feels that way sometimes, doesn't it? Certainly does to me. No! He giggled to himself. They for 3, they're for 23. We all had a great big laugh. Blade, did you get out of here? So we move the Scavenger, we move the Ghost, we get our bro back, and then we draw discard some more. We are going to toss the Axe. Play our Labship. Push up the Blade. And then tap the Blade. So we've got 2 Labships ready to go now. Helpful Weaver is a good card. I like this quite a bit. Mono White Enchantments is a pretty fun build right now. I've seen it a little bit. Real Armor, ooh-wee. Let's look for removal. We don't find it. Toss an Escort. Play an Escort. Tap an Escort. Toss an Emissary. Play a Memory Guardian. Then I'm going to activate my Labship. And I'm not attacking with it, so I'm going to send it to the next Labship. Then I'm going to bring the Blade up. I guess a Navigator. No attack, and then we're going to push up more. And this is a big hit. If they want to take it. I think they probably just want to defend, though, or if they have another Shelter by Ghost, that would be good. And Weaver, not bad. You have to assume it's another Shelter, right? Don't do it. Another armor. 3 for 11. Woof. Woof, woof. That's a lot of tuna. Okay, let's draw a discard, looking for removal. Gotta toss the Hacker at this point, dead card. Toss the Escort, keep the land. Play the Gearhulk, what's in your hand? A little rhyme. Yeah, flying is good. It's also a draw, right? Just swing with the vigilance creatures. They get trampled and we're cooked. Hopefully we didn't force them. We maybe should have left them the card. Well, no, this is a draw anyways. If they get trampled, if they get lifelink on this hit. Ay, 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 papi. That's massive, bro. It's a lot of tuna. Seam rip. Okay. On a lab ship, sure. Very good. And a third weaver. I mean, it's not bad. That's a... Jesus. Surviving. Too late. Maybe they double block the Labship. Or the Gearhulk. Just praying for a double block. Okay, we got one. Plate now, so the second one is gone, and that makes it so this has to defend. But we could easily just block and then attack for lethal. So unless they have something that gives them lethal or sustains them like lifelink. Looking at you, Shelter. You should be okay. So now they're tapped. And we're still hitting for, you know, 10, 12 damage here. Good game. Well navigated. I'm going to keep it. I mean, we just toss a navigator. Having 3 is a little aggressive. Oh, my magic is being muted all day. That's so sad. Oh, I've had some good matches too, so we're unmuting that now. That's on me. And it's a little loud now that you do unmute it. Here we go. I'm just checking my sound now. That's brutal. Oi, 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 HGG. At least you make good decks, bud. Let's take that Inquisitor out. Ooh. I guess we want the blocker, right? Which isn't great. What else do they have? I mean, they could get us like a Shelter by Ghost or something. Senate, they second cast. Oh, it's a, okay. Web for second cast. That's very good. Nice, dude. I like that. There. Fourth land, sure. I mean, may as well cast the 4-drop. Draw and discard, looking for removal. Targeting artifacts is criminal. Like, that's so good against us. I think this was just a good game. Pretty sure we're cooked here. It's nice to see their deck list though, right? Sheltered by Ghosts, imagine that. Our opponent will be going first. I like the hand. We can keep it. Hacker in on 1 is always awesome. As long as it's not an aggro deck. Having two drops is fine. But we're going to need maybe another 1-drop. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. Kill the goblin. Just start stacking these artifacts up. Alright, Navigator is a go. No block. It's good damage. Maybe they're missing a land. Yes, they are. Infinity will drop this 2. We'll play both. We'll toss our land here. Keep the axe. Looking for lifelink on the Gearhulk, right? They find their land. It's an aggro deck. I mean, they only need 2. Oh, here's block or shizzle. Why wouldn't we? And then I'm sure they double in. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I just don't care, bruh. Guardian. I think I might even just toss the axe at this point. Well, no, I'll toss the land. Third land in. Screaming Nemesis. No blocks. Go to town! Demonic Junker's gonna take care of that for us. Number 5. Toss the axe, and there's our lifelink. Beautiful. Still have 8 life. They're at 11. Show off. Oh no. Into a shock. Down to 3, and they probably still win. That's crazy, right? Do you think that's a land? If it's a spell, they would have cast it for lethal. So I'm thinking it's not a spell. I'm going to choose myself, because I don't want to give them another chance at it. I don't want to keep this back to block as well. Scream Nemesis. That will change my plan. Tap this and leave them both to block. Alright, we gotta get lucky here. And I've got the blocker. Oh! Dang, brah! Sheltered by ghosts. Maybe we should have taken it. I didn't think it would, why wouldn't they have cast that first, though? I mean, it's smart that they didn't, I guess. Do you think they top deck that? Let's keep 7 here. Paying 2 for the ship, and then Navigator right away to help us cycle is going to be awesome. Ooh! I'm going to toss him the land. We don't need a ton of lands, right? Let's get rid of the land. I mean, come on. We'll bring that out. Against white, I'm gonna just... I don't think it's like a control deck, right? So let's just station up, bro. 2, it's fine. Grant Abolisher. What the hell? During your turn, opponent cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts. Are you kidding me? During your turn. Okay, I'm doing it during my turn. Let's play... Well, let's first tap this. Toss a land. Then we want to play this instead. And then we are good to go. Beautiful. You think they have removal? Should we just keep piling on? Or should we try to take a hit? I mean, let's keep piling on. Okay. This is draw then discard, so that would not work for us here. Oh, we should I brought the axe out before we did that. Okay. Because then the axe could have had a counter on it too, right? I want them to tap out so I can equip the axe. And we have to do this on our turn, right? Because of the Abolisher. Can't do anything on their turn. Shelter by Ghosts. Probably. I would take the draw engine, maybe. It's like we have another lab ship and there's 2 navigators. What do you take? Draw engine or the axe? Ouch! Parting guest. So we lose our draw engine, we get fishy. Second Abolisher, they're tapped out. Let's go to London. Station the land away. Beautiful. Play this for 1, of course. I don't think it matters. Right, they're not going to block that, so we can go hit to draw a discard. Maybe we should keep that. That would have been good. Oh, that's lethal. Without a block. It's a fun deck. Going first with the, well, I mean, the Leyline Axe in hand, right? You got to keep that. You've got some land. A curve is present. We just need a secondary island, and the Gearhulk is active. Yeah, let's see what we find. I wouldn't mind another creature. All right, the draw. Ooh, I mean, that's second best, right? Mono blur. I mean, that's never great. I'll try it. And then, you know, maybe they don't have a counter next turn. This is something I would counter if I were them. Oh, assuredly so. I think it makes sense to counter it. And then, maybe our more important spell doesn't get countered. Oh, okay. Hexproof on themselves. We are in to the kitchen here. Let's push up and, well, I'm not going to attack. Let's just continue stationing. They've got a bird out. Mono blue tempo is not bad. Bounce off. Now they're going to counterspell, which is fine. Because they're going to lose their bird if that's the game plan. Right? So this isn't the counterspell now, right? Yeah, that bird is not bad. No attacks. I'll go to 7. And then the Guardian pushes it past 9, which is what we need. I'm not sure I want to play into the Gearhulk. It's more counter magic, right? Nope, we're good. Gearhulkamania. I don't know, maybe the trick should have went. Let's hit for 4. Well, I guess we could hit for a little bit more than that, right? They're going to tap my lab ship, I bet, hey? Let's force that, though. It's not bad. And then they've got Detect Intrusion, which doesn't really interact with our creature spell. And then the lifelink, I think, should carry us through, right? Because it has ward. 1 only. They could counter the ability here. Let's see what we're dealing with. Honestly, they might. I would. Yeah, okay. We get a Guardian in without any counter magic. Which we can tap to 8. Oh, this entered the battlefield this turn, though, didn't it? No, it was the turn before. Bring the axe up. And it's a good hit. It's 14 damage. 12 if they double block the axe goes through, which I don't think they want to do. Ooh, really? I don't mind that. Down to 4. We're at 14. We've got blockers, right? That's pretty chill. Decepticons getting the W. Ooh-wee. I'm actually liking this new style of deck that we've had the last couple days. Now, I have another one as well. We have an Autobots version. On the draw, keeping 7 and plays a removal deck. Well, that's kind of what black allows us to do, I guess. And I mean, the affinity with a double axe is pretty good, so I'm gonna take it, and well, Decepticons roll out. Ooh. Don't mind if I do, Hugh. Don't mind if I do. As long as it's not a control deck we're squaring off against. I'm going to start stationing. I can't in good faith double strike yet. There's just no way. Yeah. Okay, so it would have been a counter spell. If we cast anything, double strike maybe would have went through. I'll do no attack here and just keep stationing. Signifies that it is a you know, a control deck, right? Bezos, which I do not mind at all. This is gonna be really easy for us to deal with. Part of me wants to just smash in for the damage while we can. I mean, that's 14 right off the top. Ooh, a little bit of a haircut there for you. I wish I had protection for this. That would be great. Maybe we run some protection in the deck and just simplify everything. Throw the land away for now. And let's sack. What is this even? An elk. And I don't want this to be a creature because if they have a field wipe, we'll lose it. So I kind of just want to keep them as non-creatures right now, which isn't typically what we do. I would station this and hit for 4. But hey, good game. I mean, that was a big hit. That was a 7-5 double strike or something crazy, right? Alrighty then. Decepticons. Not bad. Our last deck I did rename to Cybertron, but it was Autobots Rollout and where it, you know, was here. But we've renamed that. That's Cybertron. This is Decepticons, and then the Azorius version, which I can maybe give you a sneak peek here if you're interested in a moment, will be the Autobots version, right? So having some fun with some robots, Transformer themes decks for you all here on the channel. Keeping it creative with the new cards. You know, I love that. That's what I'm here for. You know, to be competitive against some of these top decks, it's great. You know, pat on the back, but at the end of the day, you know, it's experiencing Magic, right? For the card design and, you know, navigating and developing some synergies with that. That's what I've always loved. That's what brought me to Magic, and that's what's kept me here. So I hope you all have been enjoying these decks that I've been making. And some other cards. We got rid of Floodmaw, we got rid of Damper, we got rid of Blast, we got rid of Intrusion because we're just running hard removal. Terminus, Return, I don't think we need. Last Ride, you could run this. This could be playable, I think. That definitely could go in the deck as far as I'm concerned. And then aside from that, I know you're interested, and this is in tomorrow's video, so don't miss out, as we're going to break down in depth an Azorius version, which is pretty cool because we have the another station artifact spacecraft to use within the frigate. We get the Court Guidelight, which is kind of like another escort. White removal is here through the snare and the saw blades. We can kind of, you know, have some fun with the smithy if we want on the top end. We got an Azorius Gearhulk here as well. So, you know, a unique take on, you know, it's the Neuron hacker, it's the escort, it's the axe, it's the affinity package here for you, but with, you know, a different flavoring on this chip than the last. So leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, have an absolute magical day. Thank you all so much. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again tomorrow for our Azorius Autobots deck.